My name is Rhiannon Alpers, and I'm a book artist, papermaker, and letterpress printer. I often make books starting with an idea or feeling about something, and sometimes it's a story I've read or something and I want to react to it. As a kid, I had a little kit that I bought at a store, and I had a box that you could make the paper in and a blender and stuff like that. So even as a child, I was doing basic paper making stuff. I usually get my materials from nature, actually, finding them, or now that I've been doing this work for not quite 10 years, a lot of people know that I like cocoons, chrysalis, and found things. And then the paper, I make most of the paper myself, and then actually the book cloth, a lot of it I make myself as well. And the project that I'm most proud of would probably be my thesis project for my graduate degree, and it was a installation of 60 chrysalis forms that I made over the course of 7 months, working on it, and then installed it into a big gallery. So the project was sort of a reaction to the idea of what happens when you change, and what are the processes you go through when you change. And that when I was living in another city in San Diego, a friend of mine committed suicide, and some of the things that happened when I was dealing with that were that I realized you can always change your life, and you can always make it grow from it and make different things happen. And so that propelled me to go to grad school, because I really wanted to be a teacher, and I really wanted to make my art all day. That I thought sometimes, you don't know how long you're going to live, and you don't get to choose those things always. Sometimes you get to choose. But I thought, wouldn't I love to be making something all day that I really enjoyed? And so going to grad school was a choice in that direction. And so the work that came out of a lot of my research for my graduate degree was about the process of change, and the process also of a metaphor between death and decay, that something happens to the thing that's dying in that process, and something happens in life when you're changing. And so that metaphor happened to be related to chrysalis in sort of a roundabout way. A metaphor that I feel like I find myself in is one of traveling and of change. And so I feel like, in a really good way, you want to be always changing and always learning, and that if you're changing and growing all the time, hopefully your metaphor will be that you're growing into a new person all the time, that you're changing and getting better.